Towson head coach Sean Nadelen and student athlete Tyler White. Opening statement from Coach.
First off, congrats to Johns Hopkins on earning a good win today. They definitely played a really smart, really disciplined, which we expected from those guys, and capitalized on a lot of opportunities that they had. I thought we made a lot of self-inflicted wounds throughout the whole course of the game, and really couldn't get ourselves on track on a consistent basis. And whether it be they created the turnovers or we created our own turnovers, you do that against a really good team, in which Hopkins is. They're gonna capitalize, and they did that, and that definitely gave them a big edge in the game. And I think we came out a little bit tight, unfortunately, which I was surprised at, and I think that led to a lot of the early mishaps, and put us in a little bit of a hole.
Questions for Tyler White?
Tyler, is there anything that Hopkins does differently on offense than you've seen from their first 5 opponents this year?
They're very good behind the cage. Stanwyck is a very good feeder, and a lot of their players have really good hands. But kind of as Coach alluded to, we were a little tight today, and the second slides weren't there all the time. And as you guys probably saw, a lot of their goals were feeds to the backside, and we just didn't have it covered up. So I think bouncing back, we just need to kind of play loose and have fun.
How did you think the defense did in front of you today? Obviously, they had a lot of shots on you, but did you think they stepped up at certain moments?
Oh yeah, they definitely played well. We had we played a ton of defense today. There's no doubt about that, and it was it wasn't a 6-goal game, the whole game, but it seemed like every time we would get a stop, the offense could get the ball, they could get a shot and score, and then they would come down and score again. So lacrosse is a game of runs, and we kind of gave them their runs and couldn't stop it as much as we need to.
How much did the maybe wet surfaces or the rain affect the game out there for you and the guys in front of you?
I think not really. I'm not going to chalk that up to anything. A couple kids slipped, but they had slippery surface to play on as well. It wasn't too bad. Kids just missed up on a couple things.
Tyler, you and Sean have both mentioned that you guys came out a little gate slow. Is there anything as to why that occurred?
I don't know. I think Johns Hopkins is a team that likes to get all over their opponent and kind of get them to lay down right off the bat. Ever since I've played them, so I think as we both said, we kind of came out a little tight and weathered the storm enough in the beginning, but a couple of those goals we would have liked to have back.
Did you get a sense that mentioned that you guys play a lot of defense? Did you get a sense that it was taking its toll on you guys physically?
A little bit. I think we're a really in shape team now. A lot of the stuff, like Coach said, was mental mistakes, and we kind of shot ourselves in the foot on a lot of it. So if we can just clean up the mental mistakes and fly around like you saw out there some today, fly around like we did against Loyola and like we did the previous games, I think we'll be fine.
And then you play Ohio State on Tuesday. How difficult will it be to sort of turn things around so quickly?
I just think we need to realize that this one's behind us. You can't change anything about it, and we have a great opportunity ahead of us to play a top 20 team. So get the guys excited, which I don't think will be any problem at all, because we're a close bunch team. So get excited, fly out to Columbus, and get ourselves another win.
Further questions for Tyler? Questions for Coach?
Obviously, their offense, they put up the shots today. So what was your strategy going into this game with their offense, and how do you think you obviously went out?
Not play as much defense. That didn't work. We played. I'd love to see be interesting to see really the minutes. I thought our defense actually played pretty well today. Even though the scoreboard, obviously, whatever it was, and for the most part, they were getting some easier looks at times. But you look at how long some of their possessions were and the opportunities that we had to get the ball on the ground, or we were clearing the ball and then failed clears and just mishaps. They had a lot of. We made them work offensively, and I'm proud of my guys for that. You look at Jack Adams and Zach Goodrich and Dan Carter, our D mids, those guys got dodged down all day today, and they had a hard time getting past us, any one of their guys, and that's a credit to them. Our D middies and stuff, but we just played too much of that, and I think it did. Monitoring that through the first half, we were talking as a staff. We were kind of pulling Zach off the wings, getting our offensive middies out there more, just because he was playing so much defense. We were monitoring that as much as we could, and it just continued to compound. And I think defensively we definitely played too much against a really good offense, and they capitalized. Whether it be second chance opportunities or mishaps on our end, or just good offense by them.
And Brown and Stanwick did their damage, obviously, today. So were you happy with the way you defended them, or do you think you may have been able to do more to prevent that?
Yeah, there's no doubt we could have done more. I thought we got out of character a few times with either playing them on and off ball. We didn't recognize a couple of times with Brown behind the cage, going against one of our shorties who we had him in a good spot, but we just didn't support him. You can't expect those guys to be locked down defensive middies against some of the better offensive players in the country, even though they did a pretty good job throughout the most of the game. You let those guys get their hands free and in front of the cage, they do a good job putting the ball away, and obviously they showcased that today.
Sean, offensively, is there anything you saw as to why sort of the offense maybe struggled a little bit today versus other days?
We didn't have the ball much. That goes back to playing so much defense. I would have liked to see us be able to play more offense, because I thought we were pretty successful having really nice opportunities against them. Brock made some pretty nice saves in the cage. I didn't think we shot terrific, at times today. Joe Sider specifically had some really nice opportunities that he either missed or deflected and things like that, where we got to be able to get those shots on net. That's a credit to their defense and Brock and Cage standing tall, but I thought we were able to generate some really nice opportunities when we did have the ball on offense, and we just weren't able to have it as much as we wanted to get as many possessions, because I thought we definitely could have done a lot more damage.
And going back to that, how critical were face-offs? Because it seemed like they won a lot of face-offs and they went right.
Yeah, that was a few mistakes definitely on my part. At this game, is just making sure our team was mentally and mentally ready, and coming out tight. That's definitely on me, in regards to getting the guys ready. But face-offs, I thought we should have changed it up a little bit more. With Pat, when Zach started to struggle against Moreland, in that third quarter, and I waited probably a couple too many, because we were playing so much defense, to change it up to see if we could get some momentum. We saw Pat get out there, violates the first one, but after that he was able to kind of swing it in our favor, and I definitely got to own up on that one.
There were a couple turnovers there. You're possessing the ball, and it just seemed uncharacteristic. Is there anything you can attribute to that, or is it just a couple mistakes here and there that maybe turned the tide?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It'll be interesting talking to the guys. After kind of step back and assess it and see. Like I said, I think we came out tight, which creates you to make either a rush decision or a poor decision. Holding your stick a little too tight on a pass, throwing it over somebody's head. There's a lot of different factors out there. I can't peg my finger on any certain one. I don't think it was as much of what they were doing as it was our own self-infliction.
Further questions? Thank you.